Welcome to our channel. In today's video, we take you on a deep and fascinating journey into one of the most ambitious and controversial aircraft development programs in modern aviation history, the Boeing X-32 Joint Strike Fighter prototype. This incredible experimental jet was Boeing's bold attempt to secure one of the largest military contracts ever offered, competing head-to-head with Lockheed Martin's X-35, which later evolved into the world-famous F-35 Lightning II. The story of the X-32 is not just about technology or speed, it's about innovation, risk, design philosophy, and the relentless pursuit of air superiority. The Boeing X-32 program began in the 1990s as part of the U.S. Department of Defense's Joint Strike Fighter competition. The goal was to develop a next-generation multi-role stealth fighter that could serve the Air Force, Navy, and Marine Corps, and even allied nations, with variations tailored to their needs. Boeing and Lockheed Martin were chosen to build competing prototypes, the X-32 and the X-35A, each designed to demonstrate advanced capabilities like stealth, supersonic performance, and short takeoff and vertical landing, STOVL, functionality. The X-32 immediately stood out with its distinctive design. It had a large, delta-shaped wing, a massive chin air intake that gave it an unmistakable smiling look, and a single engine that powered both its conventional and STOVL variants. Boeing's engineers chose this radical delta-wing approach to simplify manufacturing, improve stealth, and deliver greater internal fuel capacity. The airframe was designed around a single-piece carbon fiber composite structure, which reduced the total number of parts and theoretically made the aircraft cheaper and easier to produce. The philosophy was simple: build a fighter that was affordable, maintainable, and flexible for multiple roles. The first X-32A took to the skies on September 18, 2000, from Edwards Air Force Base in California. The test flights were smooth and impressive. The X-32 demonstrated supersonic capability, reaching speeds beyond Mach 1, and showed good stability and control. Later, Boeing introduced the X-32B, the STOVL version designed for the Marine Corps and Royal Navy. The X-32B showcased the aircraft's ability to perform short takeoffs and vertical landings using a direct lift system that redirected engine thrust downward through vectoring nozzles. This was an engineering marvel, and the demonstration went according to plan, proving Boeing's design could technically meet the STOVL requirement. However, while the X-32 performed well in tests, it faced major challenges in design and practicality. One key issue was that Boeing's initial STOVL system had required the aircraft to have a large, open-mouth intake and a short nose, which negatively affected stealth and aerodynamics. The X-32 also used a different lift method than Lockheed Martin's X-35, which relied on a separate lift fan powered by a shaft connected to the engine, a system that ultimately proved more efficient and flexible. Another significant drawback was the X-32's appearance and configuration. Its large delta wing and fixed geometry intake gave it a less stealthy radar cross-section compared to the X-35's sleeker design. The X-32's airframe would have required substantial redesign before entering production to meet full performance requirements for the Navy variant, including a more robust structure for carrier operations. These factors combined to raise doubts about Boeing's ability to easily transition the prototype into a fully operational, service-ready aircraft. Despite these challenges, the Boeing X-32 was an impressive engineering achievement. It was a powerful single-engine fighter that demonstrated Boeing's ability to think outside the box. The company prioritized cost efficiency, modular design, and simplified logistics, aspects that are still critical in modern aircraft programs. The X-32 also proved that unconventional ideas could produce viable results in a high-stakes competition. In the end, the Joint Strike Fighter competition concluded in 2001, and Lockheed Martin's X-35 was selected as the winner, evolving into the F-35 Lightning II. The decision came down to several factors: the X-35's superior stealth, better STOVL system, and more traditional fighter-like handling characteristics. Boeing's X-32, while capable and innovative, simply didn't align as well with the Pentagon's long-term vision for the program. But the X-32's legacy didn't end with the competition. The lessons learned from its design and testing influenced Boeing's future projects, including advancements in stealth technology, lightweight composite materials, and digital flight control systems. Engineers who worked on the X-32 carried forward their experience into other major aerospace programs, proving that even an unsuccessful prototype can drive innovation and progress in the long run. Today, the two surviving X-32 prototypes are preserved as historic artifacts, one at the National Museum of the United States Air Force in Dayton, Ohio, and the other at the Patuxent River Naval Air Museum in Maryland. Aviation enthusiasts from around the world visit these aircraft to appreciate their unique design and to remember a time when two giants of aerospace engineering battled for dominance in one of the most important fighter programs ever conceived. The Boeing X-32 may not have won the competition, but it remains a fascinating chapter in aviation history. Its bold design, daring approach, and the lessons it taught engineers and pilots alike make it a symbol of innovation and ambition. It reminds us that progress often comes through experimentation and risk-taking, that even the prototypes which don't make it to production can shape the future of flight. So, as you watch this video, take a closer look at the details of the X-32's design, its flight demonstrations, and the incredible technology packed into this one-of-a-kind aircraft. It's not just a story of what could have been, it's a story of how far human creativity and engineering can go in the pursuit of excellence. Thank you for watching. And if you love learning about aviation history and experimental aircraft like the Boeing X-32, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting aerospace stories from around the world.